Hello guys, good morning. Just wanted to use this time to do a little bit of trade recap on my trade so far. Right after I made the little withdrawal, I took some losses. So here is the chart to show you proof of that. So what happened was initially I was selling GBP USD. So when I was selling GBP USD, the first time I definitely was selling, I started selling from this level. I started selling GBP from this level. When I saw this rejection here, I started selling. Because why was I selling? Because I know whenever price breaks below my psychological level, breaks below my low of the week, price always tend to retest on that level and then move to the direction it was going to. So that's why I started selling from here. And then um, the first loss I took was from this place. So I placed my trade here. I placed my sell from this place and then was risking 30 pips. So was risking 30 pips from this level. And then what happened? Then why Price definitely was doing his own stuff, he definitely got to stop me out from this level. And again, when you look closely, you can see that here exactly was also another place I intended. When I saw it, I knew definitely from this place that Price was definitely going to sell because why? I'm seeing three of my conferences aligning. Three of my conferences aligning from this level. So I saw psychological level, high of the week, and then price action, MO pattern being formed. So I knew that, but when I saw that I already took two loss for the day, so I didn't want to trade, I just left it out. Then yesterday, what happened again? I saw that eventually price is eventually going to sell again on GBP USD. So what I then saw, why was I seeing a sell? Because like I said, whatever price breaks below my low of the week and then break the psychological level, price tend to retest the level and then move to the direction again. So what happened? I entered the game with 30 pips stop loss, and while the trade was definitely moving in the direction, I reduced the risk from 30 to 15 pips. So what happened? Price eventually came back and then stopped me out on that level. And you can clearly see here is the chart. You can clearly see there was a little bit of sell movement from this place, and price now is at this level. So that was it on my GBP USD. Whenever price is definitely moving in my direction, I tend to reduce my risk. So that was what happened. So let's jump into gold because gold I was definitely selling. I was selling quickly, like I said. That's why you also saw from the trade history the loss I took on gold also was 6 point something or $6. So what happened was I entered this trade with around 6 point something pips SL. So it was 6 point something pips SL. Let me just take it back a little bit. Let's see if eventually price took us out. So eventually price eventually took us out price eventually took us out. So what happened was as the trade was definitely moving in small peak movement, I then tend to reduce risk because it's gold and it's volatile. So I reduced my risk and it's as you can clearly see, eventually price eventually got to almost take profit area. It almost got here and then rejected again. So why was I selling? It was a quick sell. It was a quick sell because normally if you check the higher time frame, you can see my 4 hour time frame. I was capitalizing on price to at least get back to this level before I go in for a long trade. Before I go in for a long trade, as you can clearly see, that time I was positioning for a sell. It was a quick sell. So the overall trend is a higher trend, like it's uptrend. Sorry. So that's why I was just targeting a quick sell, then waiting for a pullback before I go in. So as you can clearly see, if definitely now I want to buy, I have to be buying gold, not selling gold now. I have to be buying gold. So this is definitely what I'm definitely supposed to be doing right now. But I just woke up now and saw this. I saw this happen. It was exactly what I was anticipating. It was why I was definitely selling because I wanted to see price get back to this level first before I can go in for a buy trade. Before I can go in for a buy trade. So this was exactly what I was anticipating, and this was definitely what I intend doing because I believe definitely gold is definitely going to hit 5K. Definitely, it's going to create a new high from the previous high. So eventually, this was exactly how I'm definitely supposed to be entering this buy trade. If eventually I saw it earlier because I just woke up now and I just jumped into my chart. So eventually, this is eventually how I'm definitely going to be buying gold. Why? Because of this movement. Because of this movement, you see a break and then a retest on this level also, then this gives us a better opportunity to go in long. So eventually I'm going to be buying gold, but price have already moved, and I can't start buying from here because it's definitely going to be too bad for me to go in. So eventually, this is exactly how I ought to have started buying gold if I saw it earlier. So this was definitely what I was going to do. So I just wanted to use this time to at least show you guys. Yesterday I posted the MT5 trade history, and you've seen the losses as well, and you've seen the little withdrawal. So this is definitely what it's all about. Yes, the GBP USD, why the trade was selling, also because I reduced my risk, it took me out and then went to the direction. So I'm not upset with that. I'm fine with that because I do know that eventually I'm going to lose funds. And also, I do eventually know that yes, price is eventually going to do whatever it wants to do. All I have to do is to execute. So I just wanted to take this time to do a little bit of recap for you guys so you can see what has been happening and the losses I took. So I want you to smash the subscribe button and then like for more.